2010 World Cup final.
Wallahi, uqsam birabb al-Kaaba. That game and the Liverpool game versus Tottenham in the Champions League final.
Worst matches ever.
I'll give you the worst hour and a half of my life in anything I've ever done. Wallah lazim. That was the worst World Cup final ever.
Yeah,
and when Iniesta scored the goal, I was just happy the game was over. I just get this over done with. Wallah lazim.
Let's go to work.
Hey, do I remember at the game? Iniesta taking his top off. I think his body, what that whack ass body of his looked like.
You don't remember Iker Casillas?
Wallahi, that was one of the worst games ever. Azam, do you agree?
It was a trash game.
For me,
That was a horrendous game, bro. Even that whole World Cup was horrendous.
Yeah,
Even
that
the
World
semi-final.
Cup wasn't the
Do you
best.
remember the semi-final?
Yeah.
When Bronco scored that goal?
Even Germany, Italy, Germany and Spain.
That World Cup,
Spain
bro,
winning
every game
1-0
was just...
with a Puyol header from set piece.
Yeah.
It was disgusting.
A lot of teams didn't real, like Portugal, Argentina, Brazil.
Yeah, people-
They're all
They don't
rubbish. Do you
don't
remember
pull
the, the best game in that tournament was the third, which is I can always the best game in the World Cup is the game for the third place. That game always just goes off.
Uruguay and who was it?
Uruguay versus
It was a
Germany.
3-2 game, kidda.
Germany.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Forlan.
Yeah.
Asane, what did you put it? What did you put it?
me?
The World Cup final.
I remember that Arjen Robben Iker Casillas stoppage.
And Iker Casillas
That
played for
was-
Real Madrid, so that's why we're here.
This one actually, the like when he stopped, I was
So you
actually
put that
shocked.
game because of one save that you remember.
One save and the goal
And
they
that's it.
scored, and that's it. That's all I
And
remember.
the goal who scored?
Iniesta.
In extra time.
You said
Yeah.
he was the most overrated player ever. Passenger of all passengers.
He's a passenger, yeah, but even passengers have their moments.
Hello, mate.
Even the passengers have their moments. All right.
You saved that, Orlando.
Yeah,
You saved that. I didn't know where you're going to go with it.
Hey, boys, no moments from the Nadia World Cup. Nadia World Cup was the best World Cup, bro. I think it might.
98?
Nadia World Cup was fire World Cup. Wallahi, that was the most parody World Cup where like the teams were closer to each other than there's no. Like Brazil was a good team and they made it to final, but like France came out of nowhere, Croatia came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They made semi-final. Holland, like that's World Cup. Like this World Cup, like who's? You say this World Cup is probably similar.
Yeah.
This World Cup's like
World
you
Cup
don't know who's
is-
going to win.
Yeah, you actually don't know who's going to win. But other World Cups, like in 2014, everyone knew Germany was going to win. I don't know if you remember, they're the favourites to win the World Cup.
Who's that?
Germany, yeah, they
Yeah,
were.
they were.
2018, France was the favourite to win the World Cup.
So you're going to stick with your 2010 take about 2010 was the worst World Cup ever?
It's the worst sporting thing of World Cup. The Commonwealth Games in like Melbourne was better.
All right, Tanashi, we're here on the show, on the Galacticoz podcast. We're talking about the top 10 World Cup moments of all time. We covered everything, and we spoke about the worst World Cup moment. One person said, actually, to be honest, a lot of people here...
We disagree with him.
How about this? Most people here agree that 2010 World Cup final was the worst World Cup final ever. That's one. But
2010.
yes, the 2010 World Cup. But then he's saying, one of the guys here is saying that the 2010 World Cup as a whole, and it hurts me to say this because I'm African and I love it, but he's saying that's the World Cup, the worst World Cup ever. What's your take on what's the World Cup, the worst World Cup moment of all time?
So you know what? The 2010 World Cup, honestly, I don't see it as any worse than the 2014 World Cup. Realistically, the one in Brazil. It's just like finals in general are just always going to be terrible. Like all teams are defensive, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, sorry. The worst one is, I don't think any of us were alive to see it. The 1990 World Cup. And literally, so I'll give you a rundown now. The back pass rule, you know, when you like kick the ball back to a goalkeeper, he can't pick it up. So they could pick it up. Like
Back in those days.
Yeah, bro, they could pick it up. So like, imagine the time wasting that was going on.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like the most red cards ever, the lowest amount of goals scored in the entire tournament.
Like, how did you feel about the South Africa goal, the first goal of the tournament?
Because I put that in one of the best moments ever. These guys disagree.
Bafana, South Africa.
Yeah, man.
Really? No, that was a big moment. So I mean, obviously I was here the whole time. I was like, sure. So I was in grade 9. Also, I was like, I'm 26 now. I was 15 back then. And like the entire country went on holiday back then. Like it was a big day, big day.
No, I was going to say, you just spoke about how bad the 1990 World Cup was, but out of the World Cups that you've watched, which was the worst?
Oh, I thought I've watched.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no. You're probably right. You're probably right that it probably was.
2010.
It probably wasn't 2010.
It has to be. It has to be. That's what I was going to say. 2014 you said was bad because of the knockout football, but you can get more entertainment in the knockout stages. I think the 2010 was just 1-0
games,
regular
1-0.
1-0 wins. It was a little bit boring.
Yeah,
Entertainment-wise.
But Spain was all about that possession game and winning like by small
games were
margin.
trash.
Yeah.
That's how they won the Euros, the World Cup.
Last question, Tanasha, before we let you go. Who are you tipping for the World Cup this year?
This one, Argentina, 100%.
Wow.
What did I tell you? They're on a good form,
Portugal,
that's why, right?
come on. Portugal are going to bring it
It's
home.
not just the good form. It's just like Messi's back. You know, like he's fully on form. I don't know if you've seen what he's been doing at PSG. Oh, incredible. DePaul with Atletico Madrid, he's doing crazy things.
Martinez,
I just have a good feeling about them.
Yeah, I think for
And
me
he
it's
just
either them
announced today that
or
it's his
Brazil.
last World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, and this is Messi's last World Cup, so he
Oh,
has
you
to
reckon?
deliver.
Yeah, he said
Oh,
it.
really?
What do you mean?
Oh, he said it?
'Cause
Oh,
Ronaldo's
because he had a choice.
Ronaldo's 38. Of course he has a choice. It's
Why,
Messi.
he's gonna come back in 4 years?
He can play him. Yeah, of
in
course.
4 years he can come back?
Absolutely.
Well, have you guys been watching? Have you guys been watching him play?
Thanks for your time, Knashi. We'll give you a call another time, yeah?
I'll catch you guys soon, eh? Yeah, all the best, man. Yeah.
Take care.
And
Bye.
then
As
Ronaldo-
I'm no offense to all the guests you always bring on. Wallah, I think he's the best guy from all of them.
Oh, Allah, that's my favorite.
Wallah, Azim, yeah.
This guy?
I never
he's
heard of him.
African.
He actually because he actually answers questions. He actually got opinions. He actually
He
blah blah.
spoke with us. He's saying they just come and have their tiptoe around
No,
the
the
village.
others they come here. They do ballerina. They do the ballerina for us. They do a bit of river dance and they jump back and they disappear.
What about Sugar Sean?
Oh, no, he was good.
He was good.
Yeah.
So you're just talking about the one guy in the middle.
Yeah, bro. That nigga, what was that, bro? That nigga tap dance around us. I've never seen a ballerina I've never seen a ballerina that I couldn't see.
Give us your opinion and that's it.
Tell me what you think, nigga.
Anyhow, let's finish off.
Hey, but you know what's funny about him saying 1990 World Cup? It's a World Cup. No one talks about it.
Maradona was in that, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. But he
Unless
got
you do research,
suspended.
wallah, you don't know what happened then.
He got suspended at World Cup. I don't mean, you know what's funny? When I was a kid, when I was a little kid,
No, he didn't get suspended.
He got suspended. He got caught with drugs.
94, he was suspended. 1990, he went to the final all the way and lost in the final.
Was it?
Yeah, Maradona went to 2 finals.
Yeah.
86 and 90.
Yeah, well, like, what's Germany? I remember, that was the Muller World Cup. Yeah. I think was the, yeah. I think was the coach, Beckenbauer.
Oh, that's the one that he won.
Nobody cares World Cup, wallah. That's what's called.
But no one talks about it. It's funny. I had the game when I was a kid. That's how I remember
I think
it.
once his
I
video
think
comes
90, I
out,
don't see
he's
that.
going to be a lot more in depth about why it's the worst World Cup ever.
Yeah,
You're gonna see it.
I never thought before World Cup, you know the stories there about the
94 is when they pulled him off, yeah?
because of the cocaine or whatever bullshit. But in 94 Cup, this year, the Roger Miller, the Roberto Baggio World Cup, there's moments, there's highlights
Where
in that
was
World
94,
Cup.
by the way?
America,
USA,
America.
Haji with George Haji with Romania.
That's a classic World Cup. And then Brazil won it, yeah? Brazil won it on penalty against Baggio.
Yep, when Baggio missed a penalty. There's storyline there. But in 1990, no one did. I mean, I remember Oliver Bierhoff played there because I remember he was one of my favorite strikers as a kid. You guys know Oliver Bierhoff? Never heard of him? The head of God?
Museum.
Museum archives.
Abdullah wants to go hit the bed, wallah lazim. So let's finish off this episode.
I tell you something, wallah Hassanin. The next World Cup, which this one, the next one is going to be the worst World Cup of all time. From now, I can tell you.
America.
The America one. America, Mexico, Canada, 48 teams. Countries you've never heard of. It's gonna be 48
they're gonna
teams.
push back on
There
it,
will be countries that you never heard of. They will play there.
No, they're not.
We might enter a team from Melbourne.
If you actually a player right now, if you are a soccer player or you maybe you're playing that World Cup, you have a very good chance of stat biting Hassan this World Cup because you're gonna have like how many games I don't know. 48 teams.
They're thinking of they're actually talking about making it expanding.
I think it's
the teams.
official.
I think it's
Yeah,
official.
it's
48
official,
teams.
yeah.
I think it's official.
3 countries,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
It's 3
man.
countries and the 48
It's a North American
48
team,
or
yeah.
46?
48.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too
48.
much. Let's finish off this episode. Let us know what you guys want to see next. We'll see you next time. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell. And take care.